Hi, I'm John, aka Culprate. We're here 5 years on from our first video in the same place, sunny Bristol. Yeah, I make all sorts of different music. Some of it is very strange. Some of it you could probably dance to, but I'm here today to talk about the weirder stuff. And I mean, I don't know how to pigeonhole that specifically. Deliverance, the original one, was just about broadening what I do, essentially. Properly, not just experimenting, almost treating it like a band project instead of an engineering project. And that's essentially what I want to do for this one as well. Because, you know, there's no way of replicating like air molecules being moved with ones and zeros. Totally necessary to do this. You could think of this project as like a Deliverance 2, but in the same way that you could call Deliverance like Colours 2, do you know what I mean? It's not, but it is. It's an easy way to think about it. But yeah, this one will again be different. But yeah, in the same vein as Deliverance was to Colours, I suppose. The biggest challenges for recording Deliverance, or just any of it really, was the fact that I'd never actually done like proper studio sessions outside of a college environment before. So yeah, it was my first time essentially being a proper producer, and most of the budget this time will go towards the product itself, like the vinyl and the artwork and things like that, whereas before the bulk of the budget did actually go to studio time and artists and stuff like that. So I think that can change this time. Yeah, because like I said, we've learned a lot. Crowdfunding this, like I think it is actually necessary. It's totally necessary. The first Deliverance, I didn't realise how necessary it was going to be, but now I do realise it's 100% necessary, because yeah, I would never be able to fund studio time, or you know, getting musicians in and whatnot. So and even the vinyl, I wouldn't be able to fund that myself at all. So yeah, it's all basically a massive pre-order campaign. That's, you know, what it is. This time especially because I don't have a computer anymore, so I need to buy a new one, and I wouldn't be able to fund that myself. So essentially a lifesaver campaign at this point. Because yeah, just I've been running a laptop into the ground for the past like 6 months, and you can tell it doesn't like it very much. So yeah, I need to get a proper machine again, like. And then I'll just blast through the work, man, like I think, hopefully. Of course, primarily inspected. You know, it's a bit cold for the joggers today, so no joggers, but usually repping the joggers too.
So yeah, if I raise enough money, I can just go ahead and buy this place, make it my studio.
Unfortunately, the dream of making that my studio was dashed by a cafe. Alright, so here we are. Another campaign. So yeah, I first I want to thank everyone who donated to the first campaign. It's hard to put into words how much that actually helped the record be what it is. So hopefully we can do something like that again and make it even better than before. What I want to do costs a lot of money. I wouldn't be able to fund it by myself, and I don't really want to go through a label because I want it to retain the independence of the whole project, basically. I don't want to have to sort of compromise on anything. Crowdfunding is crowdfunding, you know. It's clues in the name essentially, but it is a way of supporting projects that wouldn't be able to get off the ground without that support. And so if you pledge money, you don't just get like what you'd get if you bought the record in the shop sort of thing. You get extra perks that go with it, like signed copies, like different tiers will get you different things. Like I think there's like gold, silver, bronze packages and whatnot, just like last time. yeah, they will include different things and more elaborate things as you go up. Maybe like Skype calls and like stay in a studio and things like that. And yeah, like I said, different packages for the different CD, vinyl, just digital as well if that's what you want. But yeah, that's basically how it works. A massive pre-order. I try and be as transparent as possible about all the costs and stuff. Like the major one is the package itself. I wanted to make it higher quality in Deliverance. I wanted to print more of them than Deliverance. And you know, yeah, if anyone needs any more info, like just hit me up and I'd be glad to walk you through all of the costs, but it's long and boring. The Deliverance records look decent, I think, but I think I want to take it a step further. You know, gatefold, double disc, I want to print more of them this time, so yeah, at least a third of the funds raised will go towards the final product. The studio time, there won't be as much travel as it was last time because I'm going to try and do it all in Bristol, which will make it easier for everyone really. How could I forget Roman? Living costs as well, because I'm going to have to take time off. I'm going to need at least 6 months where I have like a minimal income, so I need to be able to support my family while I'm doing this, you know, so that's a big chunk. Like last time during the Deliverance, during the making of Deliverance, like there was just me and the wife basically. Now there's 2 extra people that I have to support. So yeah, it's even more imperative that I get like enough to live on now. It's important with these things that like you get it done in as little time as possible to retain the ideology, you know, the vibe that you want. Because when it takes too long, you lose that initial feeling that you wanted. So yeah, it's important to get it done very quickly. I appreciate that there are definitely people in a financial situation where they can't actually afford to support this, but like, you know, that's not the only way you can help. You know, it's like sharing, spreading awareness and all that. Like that is just as important, you know, like to like getting a campaign off the ground like this and actually seeing it through to the goal, man. Like people need to be aware. So yeah, if you can't afford it, like just spread awareness, man. Like I'd be just as thankful. Yeah, I just want to thank everyone who firstly donated to the first campaign and everyone who supported me throughout the years actually. It's because of you that I'm here and doing this. So yeah, thanks.